The sea holds secrets. Every wave tells a story. Pull up a seat, feel the roll of the deck, and join us for another captivating chapter, Tales from the Ship. I'm Captain Dan, as always, First Mate Stephanie, joining us to my left.
Ahoy.
And joining us also on the bridge today is Ty.
What's going on?
All right. We're just doing this, talking to cool people I met yesterday, cool people that Steph met on the internet, and had some random people too just stop by.
Heck yeah.
That's been great.
Yo, appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, absolutely,
and
man.
Ty, for the crew, that's what we're calling our audience.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you're from, what your cruise
absolutely.
roster history is like.
For sure. So I'm actually coming in from Chicago. Things are just starting to now warm up out there, so we're getting to the summer season. So I took this cruise as like a kickoff to the summer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
And this is actually my first cruise as an adult.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So honestly, it's been pretty awesome to be able to just like do whatever I want.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
It's pretty sick. This my last cruise was a Royal Caribbean with my family when I was like 19, and I had a very interesting experience because I didn't know. So like I tried to play the system because I did overseas. You can be 18 to drink.
Yep, absolutely.
And I took full advantage of that, and my parents were not happy.
Oh. Yeah.
So like when I go on the cruise, I try to like I'm an extroverted, so I like to go make friends from like everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Feel that?
I found that out.
Right. And it was I met these two guys coming from New York, and like they were like 22, they were like a few years older than me, and I just kind of fit in with them. So the server that we had, like we were outside and it was like a party going on, and the server was like, you know, do you want to try like the Bahama Mamas? And I was like, yo, what is that? That sounds awesome. I just tried to act like I was like around their age, even though I was 19. You
Fake
know?
it till you make it, man.
Exactly. And sure enough, I had like 3 or 4 Bahama Mamas that night. I was partying. I was dancing dance moves I didn't know I knew I had.
Oh no, just you're blocking the microphone.
Oh, I'm blocking the microphone. Okay.
Okay.
I was dancing dance moves I didn't know I had, and after
That was Bahama Mama possessing you.
Oh my gosh, yes. You know how they say liquid, like alcohol gives you liquid courage. Man, I felt like the man that night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes
you gotta let the liquor dance.
Yeah, so I did a little too much and ended up getting plastered. So I stumbled getting back in the room and just threw up all over the room. My parents were not happy. They're like, "Were you drinking?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I was.
You were 18, right?
I was 19.
Nice. So you were old enough to drink.
I was old enough to
where
drink
you were.
overseas. Yes, I was old enough to drink overseas, but just not. I was like, because it's technically legal, I was gonna take full advantage of it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, I had you pegged at like 25, 24. Are you
Really?
old enough to drink presently?
I am old enough. To
Okay,
drink.
cool.
I have a baby face. I'm 27.
Okay, rad.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So this is your first cruise. So it's been a while since you've
It's
been on a boat.
while since I've been on a cruise. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is it's honestly super cool because I've never like when I went to dinner last night, they're like, yeah, you can get. I was like, dang, I kind of want something else. They're like, yeah, you can just order it. And I was like, no way. Are you serious?
What did you forget?
Yes, I did. But no, it's been cool. I'm just like, yo, what do I want to do? I could just
do whatever.
Yeah.
Do whatever I want, whenever I want.
Yeah, and it's true on most cruises. People are really friendly.
Yeah.
They're there for a good time. As long as you're not a jerk, you can just like sidle up to people like, yo, that's a great drink. What are you drinking? Or I love your flip-flops. Just like walk up someone whose vibe you like and tell them you like their vibe for whatever reason, and you will become fast friends with almost everybody because that's just the vibe on a cruise.
Yeah.
I'm not here to read too much into anything.
Mhm.
Some people are, but that they can't be helped. So it's just like meeting people, getting to know random people. You might never see them again. That's part of the allure, though. right?
It is.
Like, if this goes horribly, I don't ever have to see you again.
That is so true, dude. That is so
Just
true.
gotta be careful with the ladies. We had a friend on a previous cruise who met a nice girl, and they had a fun time on the cruise.
Okay.
And then I think their intentions after said cruise were different. She wanted to stay in touch.
He wanted to shake hands goodbye.
Like she postponed her flight home
to hang out some
just
more.
spontaneously to hang
man.
out some more in Florida.
So it's just a cruise fling that he was trying to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But her feelings went to the next level. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah. You gotta be careful with that. But, you know, when you're playing with someone's potential feelings, you should always be careful.
I think going into a cruise, you just kind of have that expectation of just like everybody's just like, it's like you said, not to take anything really seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you ever see the movie Fight Club?
A long time ago. Yeah.
So there's a line in there, Edward Norton's character, he's on a flight and he's talking to this guy on a plane, or maybe not talking, but he refers to people you meet on a plane as single serving friends. Everything on a plane is single serving.
Yeah.
You get a single serving of peanuts, you get a single serving of a beverage, and even the person, you're friends with them for 3 to 7 hours while you sit next to them, and then you never see them again.
Yeah.
I think cruises are the same thing.
I agree with that. I feel
they
like
generally can be.
yeah, I think it's one of those. It is kind of rare. It's like if you do strike a chord with like somebody and you guys just really mesh well.
Mhm.
The way I like to see it is like, for me, I travel a lot just for work, but also for personal too. And like for me, anybody's just a flight away.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
if you meet somebody who's super cool, I'm just like, yo, now I have an excuse to go to the city.
Yep.
Like go to like, oh, you live in Seattle? Okay, cool. Now I have another reason to go to Seattle. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I used to be that guy where people would regret telling me where they're from because I would be totally hammered. Be like, yo, I've never been to Toronto. I'm going
Yeah.
next month. And meanwhile, I'm like spilling my drink and I'm bleeding because I dropped a glass on my foot. And
That's a true story.
That's a true story.
Oh, shit.
And then, my wife just happened to come down and find me. And these guys are like,
Please take him.
hey, someone he knows, cool, we can leave with good conscience. They were the nicest dudes. I really regret.
Speaking of guardian angels.
Yeah, speaking of guardian angel, well, you're just my guardian angel everywhere.
Oh, I meant the dudes.
Oh, yeah, no, they were just nice. They were Canadian. Of course they were
yeah,
not going to
yeah,
just
they were nice,
abandon this
naturally.
train wreck to his own devices. They probably worried I was going to fall off the ship.
I would have been.
Yeah.
Dang, sounds like you had quite a few.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like to drink. These
Sure.
days, I try to keep it within. I try to keep myself from. I like to remember my previous night. Blacking out is not.
It's not fun.
It's not as glamorous
no.
as media might have you believe.
Oh no. Yeah, no. When I was 19, getting blacked out from those Bahama Mamas, I learned my lesson that night.
Yeah. Oh, that night I think I drank 8 double car bombs.
Oh.
In addition to
gosh.
all the other stuff I drank throughout the day.
Yeah.
No,
He
that's a
got left
lot.
by himself.
Yeah.
I went to bed.
Yeah. Everyone
I
else went
woke
to
up
bed.
at 2:30.
Do you remember that night?
I do. I remember the whole night, most of it. It's all kind of hazy. I fell off the last stair.
That was when I came and got you. Yeah, you were being obnoxious on the stairs. I said, you're going to fall. And you said, I'm not going to fall. And you got to the very last step and landed face first.
Dang.
Mhm.
I loved it.
Yeah. But like I've got a bunch of. I should just interview myself 9 times for this show. Honestly, I've come out of the bathroom, tripped on the bulkhead, and smashed my face on the
Jeez.
TV. Gave
Also
myself a
drunk.
black eye. Yeah, it was all drunk stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Or when we did the cooking class in Mexico, and we're on Royal Caribbean. They have the flow rider,
Yeah.
the simulated
Oh,
wave.
dude, yes.
Well, I was on the boogie board, and instead of just like sliding in, I went cowabunga, dude. I dove off the top ropes and I landed at the bottom of the flow rider, busted my face
Oh
on
my
the boogie
God.
board.
Well, that's less embarrassing than when I was on the flow rider. My flow rider, yeah, nah. So like I rode the flow rider one time for the first time, wasn't prepared for it, man. The flow rider blew my trunks right off.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, it was not fun. It was at an indoor water park, and I was just like, oh, dude, I totally want to try it. Got on it. Like the guy wasn't doing the best giving the instructions on how
Yeah.
to do it,
Oh.
and I got on.
And he just
and
didn't instruct you to tie your shorts extra tight.
Exactly.
That should be step 1.
Yeah, no, it was. I will never forget it. It was. Yeah, no, it was not a fun time. But that
Sounds
in
awful.
comparison, yeah.
Yeah. And that, I mean, it's all totally self-caused. Like I didn't. It's like I didn't. What you're doing is kind of like, it was an accident. You didn't know any better, or whatever. A sober person would have known better than to do all of the things I did. I just,
Well, dude, I mean,
Go.
when you have a good time, you have a good time. But you learn from your experience, though.
Yeah. And now that I spend a lot of time doing like uncle stuff, because I'm older, friends have kids, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law have a niece and nephew, and we spend multiple days a week with them because we're neighbors. So I like to be in control of my faculties now, because I have children that they might not look up to me yet.
Are you the cool uncle?
That's my entire.
I was gonna say, you seem like
my
the
entire
cool uncle.
vibe in life right now.
Heck yeah.
So that's what I go for, the cool uncle.
Okay.
But the kids also have to be in a certain place where my coolness vibes with what they're looking for, and it changes from day to day. They got a bunch of cool uncles though. I'll play with them. We play frisbee golf with my nephew and my nieces.
I craft with her.
You do crafting with her. She's getting cool though. She's like doing gymnastics and stuff. So her threshold for physical risk is increasing as she gets more comfortable with just moving around.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff that I would have previously done with my nephew back when he was just like running into walls and we like headbutt high five and now he's gotten more pain averse and she's gotten more. She's still pain averse, but she trusts herself to do physical things more.
Yeah, she knows how to move her body.
Yeah.
A lot more intentionally.
Yeah, well, and she was like, practicing gymnastics at her brother's baseball game, broke her foot, and
It didn't
so then she walked on her cast for 8 weeks.
Oh wow, she's a trooper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's getting there.
Wow.
Pretty precious.
And you guys seem like cool aunts and uncles.
We try to be.
We try, but then we go on a family cruise with kids, and instead of going to the kids club, the kids just want to hang out with mom and dad all day long.
Okay.
Like, hey, we got to go around and hide ducks and find ducks, and the whole cruise. All right, you guys have fun. I'm going to the hot tub, going to the pool, going to the bar. I'll catch up with you later. So it's a trade-off.
Heck yeah. What was one of the most memorable highlights of a cruise, since you guys have been on like so many cruises? What a highlight that you guys have?
COVID cruise.
Yeah.
COVID cruise.
COVID cruise.
Tell me about that.
So we went, it was 2022. Yeah, January of 2022. We had a cruise booked with our best friend and his now fiance. And so first off, like 4 weeks before the cruise, they caught COVID. And we're like, shit. And they got negative tests beforehand, because it was back when you had to provide the negative test. We're like, dope, we got negative tests, good. We get to Miami to get on the cruise, and they're like, we're redoing the tests. So we're like, what if, like, by chance, right? Because at that point, none of us could go if they test positive, because we showed up together.
Ooh.
If they had tested positive, then they would have just had to cancel theirs. We still could have gone. So we're like, fuck. So we get tested, we go upstairs, we're waiting for the results, and 3 of us come back just fine. 4th one, nothing. They're not getting to come back. Well, he didn't give them their like QR sticker to connect so he had to go redo it. We were fine. We all got on board. The ship held like 5,000 people. There was 900 people on board. So you would
Ghost ship.
And it's much bigger than the Lady. And you would walk around 15-20 minutes and not see a single person.
What?
Yeah.
But I will say the good thing that came out of that cruise is we were in the restaurant eating, and they had messed up his drink. And so they came, like the restaurant manager just came to see how everything was, because there's like 6 people in the dining room.
He was just the head waiter at the
Oh,
time.
he was, yeah.
Yeah,
He's moved up. But we're now friends with him.
Okay.
Because we saw him a year later. We travel frequently with these two.
Wait, you're getting ahead of us here. I told him they made my whiskey sour wrong.
Okay.
And I was like, but it's fine. We're just about finished with dinner. I'm just gonna get another one on the way out. I got drink package. It's fine. He's like, no, absolutely not. That's unacceptable. So he went, had him get me a new one, brought it back. He said, yeah, he was trying to put like honey in it or something. So don't worry, I took care of it. And for the crew, I just gestured, pantomiming a gun. I don't know if he just like took that liberty because we're American.
Yeah.
But I was like, that is an awfully American thing for you to do, and I know you're not American. He's like, no, I'm very American. He pulls out his ID, and he's like, look, my name is Boston.
And I was born on the 4th of July.
And his birthday is the 4th of July.
No way, was it really?
Yeah.
He's
But
like, I'm
he's
the most
from
American
Romania.
Romanian you'll ever meet.
That is
And
nuts.
And then he was, he kept, like, addressing myself and my male friend first. And I think one of the ladies, or maybe one of us, made a comment. I was like, you can talk to the ladies too. He's like, oh, they are women, they don't matter. And I was like, I looked right at him and I said, how dare you disrespect the queen like that? And he immediately, for the rest of the cruise, he only addressed the ladies.
What?
Yeah, he was on it like Blue Bonnet.
Wow.
And then the following year, we were on a different ship, but same cruise line. And there was other people came with us. They didn't book the same package, blah, blah, blah. There was a mix up with dining. And our friend who was with us previously was hangry. And he was kind of a dick to this guy. And we left. And I was like, that was Boston. He's like, no, it wasn't. And I was like, it was. And we had to go back to that dining room anyways, because that was where we were supposed to eat. And he went to go apologize to him because he realized that he was a dick. But then he was like, do you remember us? And he's like, oh my God, from the COVID cruise. And then fast forward to, so that was 2023. October of 24, we're on another cruise, same cruise line. We run into him again. The very last night, it was our bonus night because we got stuck out at sea for a hurricane. And there's like 28 of us on the cruise. We had a great time, but I looked at Dan and I was like, that's Boston. And he was like, no, it's not. And I was like, no, that's Boston right there. So we went up and he was like, where are the other two? So we went and got him. And then he brought us into his, because at this point he's now the head waiter, or the restaurant manager.
Wow,
he
moved
up.
Yeah.
And he brought us in there and he gave us champagne and cheese plates and then champagne glasses full of Jaeger.
Yeah. He yelled at the service staff and said, you bring them whatever they want. I don't care what it is.
And he was like, these are my friends. So again, fast forward to March of this year, my parents are on a cruise.
Okay.
And he has moved up yet again. And I said, I think he's in what's called, it's the special at the yacht club on MSC.
So the equivalent would be like the Rockstar Suites.
Yeah, like the Rockstar Suites.
Out.
He's now the restaurant manager there. Well, my parents show him a picture of the four of us and him from October, and he's like, "Oh my God, yeah, those are my friends."
Yeah.
And he was like, "They're like, oh, that's my daughter and her husband." Da da da. Well, it was over my birthday, but we weren't there, so they were getting ready to leave the night of my birthday. It was the last night of the cruise, and they went to say bye to him. He's like, "No, go sit back down and call her." So they video chat me, and he has the wait staff and him coming over with a birthday cake, singing happy birthday to me through the phone, like blowing kisses, hearts, like it was so precious. And then he walked around to all the tables nearby because everybody's like, what the hell's going on? And he's like, their kids are my friends. They're my friends. So that's gotta be my absolute favorite cruise story because
shout out to Boston.
Yeah, right?
Seriously.
And he's great. I mean, he told my parents, he's like, I have to talk differently to you guys because you're the parents, you're not the kids. Just so nice, just the nicest dude. And like he sees how many people and he still remembers us and knows that there's always four of us together. And our best friend who's getting married, when we saw him October, the wait staff has like these ship tie pins and they're really cool, and they mentioned, they're like, yo, those are really cool, and he's like, go get them too. So now in the wedding, because our best friend is the groom and then we are sharing best man duties, the two of them are gonna have those ship pins for their ties in the wedding.
No way.
And like that's just like, he has brought a whole new like love for cruise, because you can meet these people and they'll remember you if you like make a good enough impression. And so that is
the fact that you've seen the same staff.
Well, we went on the same ship, I think, 8 times.
Yeah, but we saw him on the seashore and the seascape.
Yeah. Same class of ship.
Yeah. So
That's so cool.
But it was so like, it was just so like COVID cruise was a lot of fun, but weird because they'd have like trivia and nobody was there, but they still had to sit there. I mean, they didn't call out questions, but
they'd be sitting there like they'd be doing trivia over on the other side of this room, and we're over here just doing our thing. And the host would be like yelling, and be like, "Hey, what are you guys doing over there? You want to come play trivia?" Just trying to bring people in because there was nobody there, and everyone's wearing masks inside.
Was the COVID cruise more enjoyable or less enjoyable with more or less?
It was both. The social aspect of cruising was greatly diminished.
Yeah.
But it's not as much of an issue on like this smaller ship like this. That's like, I think this particular ship gets it so right. But some cruise ship, this is a big cruise ship. I mean, 19 decks of non-restricted access.
Yeah.
You know, it's like 1,175 feet long. At maximum capacity, it's actually closer to like 6,000 passengers.
It's a lot of people.
And also like drink packages. So when you go to a bar, you're like, you spend the first day, go to a handful of bars, find the one you like the most, and like you get to know the bartenders on that first day, because if they recognize you, if you're sitting there with 30 other people, they recognize you got a good vibe with them, they won't let you sit there without being noticed. But if you just like, you're down at the pool and you don't hang out at the pool a whole lot, or you go to get a drink at the pool and they've never seen you, they'll serve the guy they've talked to 10 times.
I see.
And it's not like a malicious or an intentional thing. It's just like in a sea of people, your brain
just recognizes
all of these people are waiting for a drink. But I saw that guy and I just noticed him first because I already noticed him.
Whereas there was not that on COVID.
Yeah, not COVID cruise, not like that. We had access to, like, they have a mid-tier private bar that we had access to, and there were like 6 people that went to that bar the whole cruise, and we were 4 of them.
Yeah,
we literally went up there and just sat at the bar, and just the bartenders were bored, and they're like, "What do you want to drink?" I was like, "I don't know, man. Are you bored? Do you feel like mixing it up? Like, I'll drink whatever you put in front of me."
They would. They would just come up with something.
If you don't want to do that, let me know, because I don't like doing that to bartenders. Like, "Oh, surprise me, cool, you get a Miller Lite." But they were just like, "Hell yeah!" So we was like, they're sitting there making up drinks, making whatever. We made up a cocktail. I think we called it a whiskey tart.
But
kind of like whiskey sour.
It was like okay.
It was a riff on a whiskey sour, which if anyone wants to try and recreate this, it's fantastic. It's bourbon, egg white, lime juice and lemon juice together. I think it was a little bit of each, like a homemade sour mix. Some simple syrup. It had to be, was it simple syrup? I think it might have been maple syrup.
It had to be simple.
And fresh squeezed orange juice, and then bitters.
That sounds
like shake the shit out of it, and it was just this weird bouquet of like oaky, almost smoky, with the orange and the maple. It all played really. It was great. We sat there, over 6 or 7 rounds of drinks. We like crafted this cocktail that no one else has ever heard of, just because they had nothing else to do, and we were given. They're like, "Yeah, I can only wipe the bar down so much. I'm gonna start wearing a hole in it."
Yeah, it was
that
great.
Sounds
though.
incredible.
Yeah, so like it was like socially boring, but like there was no wait at the roulette table.
No,
so you got to do as many activities as you wanted.
Everything you wanted to do, it was there.
And it also, 2 of our stops on that cruise were like, we had San Juan, which I've been to a few times. I love San Juan. Puerto Rico is amazing.
Yeah.
And then our next stop was Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, which I'd never been to. Well, in order to get off at San Juan, you had to do another COVID test. It was like, if by chance I picked up the vid from somebody in the past 3 days on this boat, and I go to get off, bam, quarantined to my room for the next 5 days.
So we didn't get off. We just vibed on the ship all day, on the empty ship. And then the next day when we went to Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, we were the only ship in port. Yep.
And it was the day after they had celebrated the Dominican Independence Day. So like they were still cleaning up the garbage in the streets from a massive, like there were no cruise ships in port yesterday, and the whole town took the day off, and we just lit it up. So we just like, we wandered around town with them. We got some great food. We met, we hung out with, that's another place. We met someone who we've seen multiple times. Yeah. Our tour guide through town. We saw him the next time we went there.
Puerto Plata offers like free tour guides throughout. They like walk with you. They just kind of like attach themselves. And at first we were like, no. And he just kept coming. We're like, all right. And he walked us around, gave us a bunch of historical facts. And it was dope. Took us to a cigar factory where me and our friend's fiance, we rolled our own cigars. Really, just a really cool event. And then June last year, we were on this same ship on the Valiant Lady. And we went there and we were going to get cigars and stuff. And we had a different tour guide, but as we were coming back, we said, hey, can we get a picture with you? We had told him the story of like the last time we were there and everything. And the guy who came to the picture was our tour guide from last time. We're like, we looked at him and he's like, hey, I know you guys. You were here like last year. And we were like, yeah.
Yep.
They remember. He remembered
Yeah.
you?
He was
Yeah.
like, there were 2 more with you, right? And we were like, yep.
To be fair, we're not entirely generic.
No, not
No.
at all. Oh no, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
So that was.
But yeah, it was like I recognize him, and he's like, this guy recognizes me. Where do I know him from? You guys.
Yeah. So
Because I made him give me his real name. I think that was helpful memory. Because he's like, every single one of them is named Pedro. That's
what
like
they give their
he's like,
name.
my name's Pedro. We're calling him Pedro all day. We get back, we're like, yo, can we get a picture with you? He's like, yeah, that's great. I was like, we need someone to take it, and he just goes, Pedro. He just yells Pedro to the sky. And 15 people, all wearing the same uniform as him, all cock their head over. I was like, oh, I get it now. What's your real name? I can't.
I
I
don't
think it was like
remember.
Sergio or something like that.
Yeah,
but-
I don't remember.
It's, cruise life, man. I'm all about it.
That is so cool.
You
I
do
think
it
I've
in the-
learned so much just from hearing you guys' stories. Like that is so cool.
Yeah.
It's all about just making friends. Virgin's a lot of fun. They do a lot of cool stuff. We learned about after our first one is that like you talk to some of the happenings cast and stuff, and you kind of like make a connection with them. Some of them hold like secret parties,
Whoa.
and you can get invited to secret parties. So that's
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah. So like they did like I like what Virgin does with that because I've never seen another cruise line, but yeah, we learned after the first one that was like our goal of like we are gonna get invited to one of these secret parties, damn it. But like our last one we went on was 2 days.
Yeah, it was
a
a 2 day. It was out
cruise.
and back. It was just a party at sea for a day.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
And then you came back. It's like they were filming The Real Housewives of Miami on it.
Yep. The Real Housewives of Miami were there with their camera crew.
Yeah.
It was
Weird.
It was weird.
It was weird.
When they came walking. We were standing upstairs, and they came walking out of an elevator shaft with cameras, and it's like walking through like hot shit. Be like, yeah, we're the main attraction on this cruise ship. Okay, cool, whatever.
Who the hell are you?
Not really.
But, whatever. I joked because he was doing a whiskey tasting and I was downstairs shopping and they're all shopping. I was like, look at me. I'm poor and shopping at the same place as you. And I couldn't afford any of the stuff they were probably going to buy. But I was in the same spot. So,
Man.
yeah, it was something. But that was a fun, just like there and back. Literally went out to sea for a day and came back. Packed
That is
real
like
light.
a nice little cruise, like a nice little weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, there was also that was the one. There was the cruise agent appreciation.
There was a first mate
thing?
appreciation, yeah. But because the director of marketing, I think, was on that boat, so he put together a thing for all of us.
That's super cool. What is your favorite activity on the Virgin cruise?
The Scarlet Night count as an activity?
Scarlet Night.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard so many great things. I'm
It's
excited to
so
see.
fire.
Virgin
Yeah.
Voyage. I'm shamelessly plugging Virgin Voyages for free. They really know how to throw a party.
Yeah.
I went to their PJ party last night, and that was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep missing the PJ party because we're getting old now, and
Hey,
it starts
I
late.
understand.
Like,
It's
I met you last night on the way to it. I was like, yeah, no, this is my nightcap.
We got pizza after we left. Grabbed pizza. I didn't eat a slice of it. I got back upstairs. I laid down and out.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
No, I feel you.
He
I
turned
put
on
on
a movie.
Superbad, and I didn't even make it to the introduction of McLovin.
Oh, you was out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
Done.
exhausted.
Both of
I
them.
I left
understand
I
that.
slept like 4 hours on was it Tuesday night?
Yeah.
I was up until like 1 o'clock. My alarm went off at 5:30 because I forgot to turn it off.
Yep.
No, I was gonna do the there's like this morning meditation thing this morning.
Dude, I thought about doing that too.
I wanted to do it, but I was like, I need my sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
we-
like, I usually go to bed early enough
Yeah.
that I could get up and do 7:30 morning
Yeah.
meditation.
We tried to do our plan was to do the morning mind benders, which is like morning puzzle games. Because like the cool thing with like when you win trivia or anything like that here, you get a round of drinks. So
No
it's like
way,
yeah.
what?
Instead of other cruise lines where they're like, here's a plastic medal from Dollar General.
They're like, hey,
They're just like, hey,
we're walking to the
winning team.
closest bar.
Get out of here.
So-
Free round of drinks or coffee or a
That is
mocktail
so
if you don't drink
cool.
alcohol.
Yeah, so we like started at 9. I told my parents about it. They got up early. But it was like I woke up and I was like, it's 8:46. Holy
Yeah.
shit. And he was already awake kind of, and I was like, I'm getting dressed and I'm going. And I just met him there, and he got there shortly after me. But it was like, holy shit. I got up and just went, and now I am dragging because of it.
What's a good thing? I mean, I would probably get like an espresso martini.
She doesn't
Or, like-
drink.
I don't drink.
Oh,
And
you
she doesn't drink coffee.
I don't drink. I don't
Caffeine.
drink
That's
caffeine,
awesome. Okay.
and I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I'll have
She's
like
like-
some wine, but
You ever heard about like Raw Dog in Life?
That's
Right there.
yo.
No vices at all.
Get out.
No.
That's awesome.
It's a choice. It's not
That's
one
a
I
great
like to
choice.
make. But yeah,
So like, what about just taking a nap outside? Or, like,
I don't nap.
You don't. Okay, you need to incorporate naps in your life.
That's the problem. Is I don't do nap hangovers well.
You ever get the nap hangover?
Oh,
Like, you
yeah,
take a
yeah.
nap and you wake up and
even
everything's
more
just
tired?
fuzzy
Yeah.
the rest of the day.
No.
Yeah, so I don't fucks with naps.
Okay.
I will say that I sleep like 9 to 10 hours a night though.
See, that's yes.
I get some sleep.
We get a thermal spa.
We do get to do that.
That's the thing. They have one here.
What is that?
So
I don't know.
I
if
haven't
it
been
looks
to the
like
one
here.
on this ship, but I'm a big fan of the one they have on MSC ships. It's an area of their spa where you can just buy a pass to,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like a bunch of different showers. They're aromatherapy showers.
Oh, that's
and they're
that's
different
cool.
temperatures.
Yeah.
Some of them are hot, some of them are cold, some of them are a combination. Like it's a
So you get,
regular
like,
shower.
A steam lavender, like
It's like
yeah,
a-
with like different
yeah.
water pressure
It's like
types.
they have
and-
one that's like a regular shower.
yeah.
And they have like aromatherapy, like
Yeah.
essential oils in there, so you smell like pine forest or cedar
oranges
woods or
and
like fruits. But then like some of them have a secondary stream, so like you're taking this hot rainfall shower and then you hit this button on the wall and the rain keeps falling on you, but then a cold mist gets pressure blasted on you so you're getting hot and cold at the same time. They have like hot showers, cold showers. They got like a cold ice bucket you can dump on your head. They have a whole shower gauntlet where you just start at one end, you push a button, and it's like hot, heavy pressure, and then gentle rainfall, cold water, and then mist, and then just like a waterfall. And it goes hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
No way.
Oh,
They got,
yeah.
They
That's
got
a
2
thing.
levels of steam room. They got 2 levels of sauna, and they have
jacuzzi.
they have a giant jacuzzi tub. They have a room that's like quiet, and it's just like the whole wall is like Himalayan salt, and it's kept at like
Womb temperature.
the womb temperature, not room temperature.
You said womb.
The womb.
Yeah.
Nah, it's.
The
And
like
they, and
lounge
they have
chairs.
they have a snow room,
I'm sorry. A what?
yeah, snow
On
room.
MSC, they have a snow room. Yeah.
like a brisk December morning in Chicago.
Absolutely
Minus
not.
the wind.
No.
Yeah, minus the wind.
Yeah.
Minus
no.
the wind
I-
and like the wet, because it's dry snow. It's
See.
pretty dry.
So what I like to do, like we go to the private island,
Yeah.
get lit on the beach.
Okay.
Too much sun, too much alcohol.
Got you.
Stumble back onto the ship, straight to the thermal spa instead of a nap. And that hot, cold, hot, cold,
Yeah.
hot, cold, hot,
It'll
cold.
rejuvenate.
It stimulates all of your like limbic systems
Yeah.
and shit like that. I think that's what the podcasters of other genres like to talk about with their
Okay.
cold plunges and shit. But like I don't know what it is, but I go in there, I go hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, and then I finish up with like at least 15 to 20 minutes in the cold room, and I just sit there and let it soak in. And dude, it's better than a nap.
That sounds that sounds awesome.
I go from
So I don't-
totally lit to ready for round 2 in an hour.
I didn't even know that was a thing, and now I absolutely have to.
Yeah, I don't know what their thermal spa is here. We did their like Splash of Romance package because it got us on board earlier, but it includes a pass to it. So that's the thing that him and I still, because we've never done it on here. We always do it on MSC, but we've never done it here. So we're gonna I'm just gonna check it out and see what it's about. Cause like hell yeah,
Heck yeah.
I'm all about it.
Man, the aromatherapy part kind of got me, but like that cold mist, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I grew up in Michigan, so I'm
Get out.
familiar with frigid, cold temperatures.
Yeah, I'm originally from Detroit.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, so there's a joke I like because you meet a lot of people from the north in
Yes.
Florida. Like, oh, I'm from Michigan too. It's like, all right, where you from? It's like, oh, from Detroit, or like Saginaw area, even like Flint, like the whole Detroit and sub area.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I'm from Detroit. I was like, cool. I'm from Michigan. And there's if you've been to either one of those places,
so like we're
yeah, absolutely,
there.
right here.
oh right there.
I'm
okay.
a Grand Rapids boy.
Okay.
I happened to stab myself as a kid with a pencil, and it ends up being exactly like right where Grand Rapids
Yeah, so
is.
all my
my
youth
dot.
was
No
spent
way.
over here on like Lake Michigan coast.
Got you.
But it's not meant to disparage Detroit. Detroit's its own place, and it can disparage itself. But there's as a Michigander, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm from Michigan, cool.
Yeah.
No, you're from Detroit, bro. And
yeah,
like
it's
I think it's like when people say I'm from New York. If they say I'm from New York, they're from New York City.
Yes.
Because if they're from upstate New York, they specify I'm from upstate New York
That's
or
exactly
Buffalo.
what they say. Same thing as Atlanta is different from Georgia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there's Atlanta,
Yeah.
and then there's Georgia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Texas and Austin.
Exactly.
Very different.
Very
Although
different.
they have a closer blend because Austinites are still very proud to be Texan,
Mhm.
and the rest of Texas just hates them.
Yeah.
I don't know. People say Florida's in the South, but once you hit Orlando, you
Once
are no
you're
longer
south
in the
of Ocala, you're not in the South. You're in Florida.
True.
And,
Yeah, it's a
So are you a
weird.
snowbird?
so that's my goal. I moved down here when I was like 15.
Okay.
My mom, she was her dream to live near the ocean. I moved from, I'm talking rural farm town, Michigan, to Cape Canaveral, to the ocean.
That is
like
complete
Cape
stark.
Canaveral. I went to Cocoa Beach High School.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Culture shock. from hell.
180. Man.
But it was, it was cool. And, then I got the benefit of, I was in Florida for 10 years,
Something like that.
give or take, before I went on my first cruise.
Yeah.
So your first cruise is at 25?
20.
It was
I think
something like that.
24, something like
Oh.
that.
Back in the day, my
snap.
parents used to just buy. That was our Christmas present. They'd pay for the two of us and my brother and his wife to get on a boat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
I got
cool.
spoiled. from the rip.
We just spent a week together.
My first
That was
cruise was a week-long cruise in a balcony on Royal Caribbean.
That was your first cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got
Yo,
I
what
got
a great way
ruined.
to start cruising.
I got ruined early.
Yeah.
That's-
So we yeah, so that used to be like the Christmas, and we just spent a week together in December.
Mhm.
That
was
is
it.
so cool. Wait, cruising in December? That's like the perfect time to
Yeah.
go, too.
It depends on what you're after.
Yeah.
I can tell you, like December, January, the cooler temperatures do move farther south. If you're from the north, you wouldn't notice it at all. But like when we got off COVID cruise, it was
It was cold.
40 degrees in Miami.
What?
We were
North?
standing out on the curb in
Yeah.
shorts, getting
cold as shit.
breezed by the wind, waiting for a
That's-
cab, just dying.
That sounds very uncomfortable. I didn't even know it got down to that cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It snowed in well, we're like 2 hours north of Miami, but Christmas Day last year for 2023,
hmm
it snowed for like 8.5 seconds. But it snowed, damn it.
In Florida?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
And like I was
crazy.
raised in Europe, so I miss the cold and the snow. He misses the cold and the snow.
You missed
Okay.
the cold?
Not
I-
Michigan cold.
Nah, I was about to say.
I like cold weather
okay.
because I like to dress for the cold. I ride motorcycles,
Mhm.
so
So we're in the layers.
I like being able to comfortably wear jeans and boots and maybe a jacket or a hoodie.
Got you.
In Florida, wearing proper, it's a risk. Like, do I dress for the slide and risk a heat stroke? Right? Like, it's a trade-off. If I wear all the gear in Florida, I might
Die.
get delirious while riding. I get dizzy and lose control of the bike because I'm
You're
literally
hot.
getting
You're
heat
so
stroke.
hot.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So that's I like that. You can do a lot more outside stuff if the weather is sub 90, sub 80 is like optimal.
February, March, and April in Florida are perfect weather.
Really?
It's like 60s, 70s, sunny. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then like May, it kind of gets hot, and then
It's the humidity.
June, July, and August are Satan's armpit.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Hot garbage.
And then
Yeah.
hurricane season. Because, like, technically we're in hurricane season right now.
Yeah.
But we don't really see a lot of hurricanes until September, October.
Yeah,
so,
it gets
like
real
I said,
active in the fall.
last year
Really?
we were, when Milton came across and it shot across the state, we were getting on a cruise the day it was named. And, like, all of us were like, well, what do we do? And I'm like, getting on a boat.
I mean, there's nothing else
we-
really you
we
can
the
do.
most Florida
We
energy
put up
ever. They're like,
hurricane shutters and
this
dipped.
this storm spun up, it got named, and it's projected to be like one of the strongest storms in history. I was like, Bet.
we're about to
My
get us-
hurricane shutters are up. My dogs are being watched by professional Floridians. I'm getting on this boat.
We did.
That sounds like such a Floridian thing to say.
It
too.
was we.
I say that, but then there was a carnival ship that set sail out of New Orleans. That same day, or maybe the next day, they shot straight across the Gulf to Mexico in front of the hurricane that was
I would have
coming.
not been okay.
Like, it was coming this way, and they went.
What?
Yeah,
They
they
went right in front
they
of it.
straight up pulled a Miami move and cut off a hurricane.
That is
Like, I don't give a
wild.
shit. I was like, I cannot. Like, those people were either having the best night or the worst night.
Yeah. There's no in between, really.
No, you were either really drunk and you didn't know what was going on,
Or you were at the bar just like, yeah, sweet.
Yeah, we're about to go through the. Yeah.
No.
Probably a lot of people got drunk for very different reasons. They're like, yeah, screw it.
Yeah, not for me. Even though when we were coming back up the day, like we got a bonus day, and then they shot back up the coast. That night, I mean, it was rough. Like the seas were rough, and I think the only person in our group that didn't mind it was him, and that was the night of 2 glasses of Jaeger. 'Cause
Me and Ricky. Ricky didn't mind.
Ricky likes turbulence on a plane.
Yeah, but he was on our group.
What do you mean likes turbulence on a plane?
He loves when
He's
a
a
plane.
psycho.
It's our best friend, and we love him dearly.
Oh,
but
so he's a thrill.
but
Like one of
he
those,
loves. He works on planes. He's constantly in private planes, and like he's like, it's turbulent. I love it. I hate flying, and he's just like, I'm in Steph's worst nightmare. I was like, you are. You're right. That sounds awful. And he's like, I love when you just go up and down, and I'm like, what's wrong with you?
So he must love roller coasters then.
He doesn't ever go to theme parks though.
No, because he hates people.
Yeah, fair.
But he does. He loves roller coasters. He wanted to get a license, like a skydiving license, for a minute. He did his first
This man
skydive. He
lives
was like,
for the
I'm
thrills.
hooked. I'm hooked. I'm doing this once a week for the rest of my life.
That's crazy.
And then the next time he did it, he was trying to start the process to get his license. So he did a solo jump. Like solo, he's not attached to anybody, but
Right.
they jump right with you.
Oh, I see.
And he was so in the moment. He
Almost didn't pull his parachute.
yeah, he forgot to pay attention to his altimeter. So he dropped low.
What?
Yeah.
And I think
He
they
dropped
pulled
low
it for
and he
him.
landed. Yeah, I think they might have pulled his cord for him. He dropped low.
Oh yeah.
He landed hard. He bruised his tailbone. He's like, "Yep, that dream's dead."
Dude, this man. Yo.
But and he's never skydived since.
Yeah,
And I don't think he has any desire to do it again.
he's a weird one.
I wouldn't either.
No.
You know.
I had
I
I,
don't-
had
I don't
bosses
wanna do
who
it.
that one of their things was they skydived because they did a lot of, I'm gonna call them covert missions, to put it nicely, and they were practicing for some of them, and one of them, professional skydiver, was able to pack his own chute. His chute did not, and he did not live. And that was, I had always kind of wanted to skydive, and that happened, and like it went around the office. We all knew him, and I was just like, nope, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good. I don't want that to happen. And
No, but you seem like one who takes like cautious risks, considering that you don't drink or have any
Yeah.
vices.
She won't even get on a plane, let alone jump out of one.
listen, this was back when I did fly, sir.
Fair. I
I
just
stopped
never,
flying when we took a nosedive.
I just never saw the allure of jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
That I can absolutely get.
Like,
behind.
unless I had no option.
Wait,
Like, I would like to have a parachute as my carry-on when I fly commercial. Even though it'd be difficult to use it in the event of an emergency, I have the option.
You have the option, and
Like,
that
listen,
gives
if
you
this
comfort.
plane is going down, I'm gonna fight you if you get in my way. I'm jumping. I have a parachute.
right.
All you other suckers who brought an iPad and, and a fucking laptop and a pillow, eat shit. I'm living goodbye.
Yeah, but like willingly jumping out of a plane.
No, for fun, for kicks. No,
Yeah.
that's dumb.
Like I'll go to Six Flags, ride like
Yeah.
some, you know.
right.
Yeah, roller coasters.
Yeah, that
great.
give me that.
I'll ride my motorcycle 120 miles an hour down the highway.
All right. See, that's
That's
a
how I get
thrill.
my thrills.
Right. Right, but not willingly jumping out of a plane. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Jumping 6-foot waves on a jet ski when I know there's a 12-foot hammerhead shark over there. That's a thrill. But it's a controllable thrill.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't.
So like, is Virgin like a smaller ship in compared to like a Carnival? I know it's definitely smaller than a Royal.
So it depends.
It
So
depends.
Carnival has some older boats that are a little bit smaller. But like all the stuff that's coming out now, so like this is a pretty new ship. And it's definitely some of the smaller. It's more equal to like the like more luxury lines, which have smaller, like less guests. I think it's around 2,500 people say will be on this a Virgin boat, something around that. Where all the new ships that are coming out, like you look at the Icon, the Star, the Seas, even the MSC boats, there it's 5, 6, 7,000 people. And so I mean, yeah, it's a lot bigger, but the boat's a lot bigger, and like when you have double to 3 times as many people, I mean, it can be crowded. Like he was saying with the
even
bars,
if the ship's double to 3 times the size, there's still a lot of people.
See.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I just
Because they don't have double to 3 times as many bars. They
Right,
might have an extra 3 or 4 bars.
But like here, you know, that you walk, like there's a bar right behind us, there's a bar over there, and it's all pretty easy to get to.
That's true.
There's
You
not
don't
a
really
lot
wait
of wait
for a drink. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all pretty quick. And I feel like with the dining, because they don't have the main dining room and they don't have special, like you don't have to pay for specialty dining. But like we went to dinner last night, and like it wasn't super loud. It was, you know, the only one that's really loud on here is going to be Gun Bay, because you do a drinking game at the start of your dinner.
Oh yeah, did you book Gun Bay?
What? I did for last night, but I didn't make it because I was over at
Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah.
So you're sailing solo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gun Bay, if you're sailing solo, there is no better place to go.
Yeah, because you sit with 5 other people.
Every table is 6 people.
Okay.
They fill up the tables with 6 people. So
Gotcha.
if you're by yourself, you're getting put with 5.
Okay.
And they on the last 3 pages of the menu are different drinking games from Korea.
No way.
Oh yeah.
And as part of your
Your
voyage
dinner
there,
experience.
there's
Yeah.
a complimentary bottle of soju that they give for the table.
Okay.
And then the server, once they take your order, while you're waiting for the food, they coach you through the first round of one of those drinking games with your 5 table mates who might all be strangers.
Yeah.
So you just play drinking games with strangers while you're waiting for food,
I gotta
and you're
sign up
yelling
for
the
that.
whole.
It's
You'll
a
be sitting
great
down,
time.
and there'll be a table 2 people over from you going, "Gun Bay, Gun Bay, Gun Bay," just banging on the tables, getting loud. It's great.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta sign up for that.
But,
That's
like,
so cool.
Like the food here, like the dining, like you don't feel cramped in. Like we went one night on one of our cruises. It wasn't on Virgin, and the dining room was real. Like we were like
Yeah,
shoulder
we were
to
at a
shoulder with
2-person
people.
table, and the gap between the table next to us and us was like 4 inches.
And it
Oh,
was
wow.
it was very crowded, and like we don't feel that anywhere on here. I don't ever feel crowded here.
I'm
The
feeling
only
that
time
feeling.
I felt crowded on a Virgin ship was last year, Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah.
Because everybody, so we were out of Miami and Panthers were playing, and I am a huge hockey fan. So I told him, I was like, you're gonna find me in the social club, I'm gonna be watching the game. And especially because last year's playoffs were crazy. But it was the first time Miami was probably gonna win. And so it was a big thing on the boat, and that was the only time I ever felt kind of cramped.
Yeah,
and
the
that was
social club was standing room only.
because that was the only TV playing it.
Yeah, it was the only TV playing it, and the signal was bad.
But
Oh.
all
It
of
kept glitching out, but everyone was
we
like,
were all there.
it was getting loud.
Yeah, they played a night at 8 too.
Nice,
Tonight and I think tomorrow. But
nice.
go
Si-
Oilers.
side note, before we're gonna wrap this up, it kind of ran a little bit long.
Oh,
Chicago,
Yes.
you a hockey fan?
I'm not, but I'm getting into hockey and golf because just a lot of my friends up there are getting into that.
Well, yeah.
makes sense.
See, hockey's great for spectating. Golf, honestly, if you don't play, have you ever played golf?
No.
Play disc golf.
That's another thing. You get into disc golf just for fun because it's super approachable, super easy. It's generally free to play. You just gotta buy the frisbees. But
There's a lot of disc golf courses
Golf?
up north.
it's big in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But golf specifically, if you're not the kind of person who's a perfectionist, it is a great mental exercise. And
That's
like
good to know.
self-control, it requires immense focus
Okay.
and an incredible ability to just whatever happens after this shot
Yeah.
is in the past. The next shot is what matters. It's like
That's a good mindset.
it's the
to
shot I'm
have,
about
yeah.
to take is the only shot that matters every single time on repeat. If you're mid at golf, 100 times a round, like you're gonna shoot about 100 once you get to that like mid level where you consider getting lessons. 100 times. The only thing that matters is the shot I'm about to take, and you got to let the one you just took off your back.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's great mental focus. It's really good for like life in general.
Dude, I love that. Okay. No, thanks for that perspective on
You know,
that.
this has actually been a weird one. We only did this a few times today, but I almost feel like we were the ones being interviewed. You're really good at this.
Really? No, this is cool. Like, you guys are super cool people. And I was like, yo, being part of a podcast on a cruise ship, like, come on.
Yeah, we haven't found a single podcast yet that does it like this. And so we were like, well, let's do that.
Yeah.
Also, it just means we have to cruise more.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, this is so fun.
And
Thank you guys for
potentially
having
write
me.
it off.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. One last thing.
Yes.
Because you've given us some of your time today. Do you have anything that you would like to plug or add? Do you have any socials that you would like to tag, like put in show notes? People
Well, sure,
like
yeah.
this, they can come find you.
So I'm your Fly Guy Ty.
Fly Guy
on,
Ty.
I love that.
Instagram. Yeah.
Spelled like it
so-
sounds.
Yeah, your Fly Guy Ty. Like, I'm your friend, your Fly Guy Ty. Yeah.
That's sick.
That's dope. That's
Yeah. So, that's the only plug I really have. I just here to have a good time. Want everybody to have a good time, and I love adding value to conversations, and I found this conversation very valuable. And
hell yeah, man.
yeah, I think that's how we should live life, just adding value to yourself and others.
Fuck
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, crew, you heard it. Go see at your Fly Guy Ty on Instagram. And that said, that's all for this episode, Tales from the Ship. Big thanks to Ty, and we appreciate you so much for tuning in. Until next time, as always, calm seas and clear skies.